Q with Black Axes. This is the Urban Suite, KSWAM 90.1 FM, the Major, Cheryl Middle with you. And as promised, part two of our open mic sessions on this Monday night, we have Brian Hamilton of Aliens with Halos. How are you doing
Hello.
tonight?
I got a little distracted. Let me put
That's
the
all right.
headphones on. I can hear you.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you doing, Mickey?
I'm doing pretty good. It feels good to be back in this facility, and it feels great to have you back behind this mic.
Yes, that's cool. It's been some time, about 5 years since I really put out anything, but yeah, it's cool being in here. I was in here, I think, about maybe 6 or 7 other times
Yes.
before that, and I've taken a little bit of a break to kind of focus on my spiritual life and a temple that we opened. And so now the goal is to continue releasing projects and music because I have so much of it, and it's fun.
So, through the process, since the last time we spoke, how has that journey been going for you?
It's super intense, but it's awesome, and it's very rewarding spiritually. So a lot of times we seek something that's tangible or physical, we want some empirical evidence, but spiritual matters are something that we necessarily can't grasp, but we feel within the heart. So I would say I'm satisfied, and if I'm not happy one day or another, I know where it's at. So it's very rewarding, and it helps me kind of stay secure in my mind state. But like anything else, it's a practice. We're all just trying to practice life, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
What better way to grow, artistically if we can grow spiritually. So, yeah, it's a good foundation. I like it.
Awesome. So, what was the point where you felt that okay, it's time to get back into producing and releasing music?
I guess once kind of like our little project, it was a little bit more stable. We've been doing tons of renovations and just trying to get the place up and going. And just, I guess, intuitively just feeling like, all right, I've been sitting on this project for a couple of years. We have a movie that goes with this project. The album is based off of a movie, which is based off a novel. So it's like a 3-tier media project.
Wow.
So it just felt like, okay, I want to kind of get this out, and I feel like I want to take it serious, publishing, copyright, being more strict about promoting, and just basically I'm starting over from scratch. And I wasn't really ever, to be honest, proud of anything that I've done up until this point.
Really?
Nah, I don't. It's there, but it's kind of cringeworthy for me. That's why I've never really pushed it, because I never really felt confident in anything that I've done. And it was just kind of figuring it out, but now I can kind of whip stuff up pretty quickly. So I guess it's the message that I feel most proud about. The lyrical content of this album is very well thought out, very methodical and systematic, and it's not something just thrown together whimsically, So there's a distinct message in the music.
Now, explain the synopsis of the film and how the music kind of plays along with that.
So the film is about a girl with a circus in her head, and it's based off teachings of the Vedas, which is ancient spiritual texts that come from the spiritual world. So the movie is based off of this girl going through what the Bhagavad Gita says are the 3 modes of material nature. So she's struggling with goodness, passion, and ignorance. So sometimes we feel good. We may walk the dog out in the morning or do some yoga in the morning. Other times we're very passionate. Around noon we're working, we're hustling, we're bustling, whatever. And then at night sometimes, people rob banks or they kill each other or whatever. So these are the 3 modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. We're all affected by these, it says, spiritually or materially. So this girl's battling with these things, and she has 3 characters. The clown represents the mind, a magician represents the intelligence, and the magician's assistant represents the false ego. So it's a very deep movie. It's kind of complex, but these characters are battling with each other in her mind. So you have or in her head, you have the clown, the mind, fighting with the magician, who's the intelligence, and then these 3 modes come in and they affect her externally, her actions. So it's a very, very kind of deep movie. It's very, very psychedelic and colorful and experimental. And we took a lot of time on this. So it's a 40-minute feature film. And then I composed all of the music behind it, and I also got a few tracks from a composer in Austin and scored it.
Oh, nice.
So it's got a lot of my kind of like unreleased stuff on there or whatever. But it's a really far out movie.
Okay.
And ultimately, she becomes self-realized in the end.
Nice.
So we are going to speak more about the movie and when the premiere will be. We also have a special performance coming up in our next break.
Wonderful.
And could you introduce yourself?
Celeste and Jeremiah, I'll let them go ahead and introduce yourselves, I guess.
Hi, I'm a girl named Lou, and I'm happy to be here. And
We're happy to have you.
and I'm just gonna perform one song, and I guess it's just in promotion of this album and this film. It's an awesome idea, and honestly, it's like really the fruit of life. So I'm just happy to be here.
They also have like their own project, right? Y'all's own music. Do y'all have anything online, or you can?
So I am gonna be releasing an EP in about 2 months. If anybody wants to check it out, that'd be super cool.
Awesome.